Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. I'm showing you today another super simple face mask. So of course we do have a ton of these on our channel, so I'm just showing you the simplest one. The other ones you can find on the channel already. So this is one 5-minute one if you don't have a lot of time or a lot of experience and you just don't want to have too big of a hassle to get a mask in the end. This is a perfect project for you. So you see we have just a couple of folds in here that actually expand really nicely. So let's start. For today's project, you're not going to need too much. So first of all, you're going to need some pins, then some elastic band. I just have the regular one here. You can also find anything else that's stretchy, so that's up to you. Yeah, it should be stretchy, but apart from that, it doesn't matter what kind you use. You can even use a hair tie if you'd like, and if you don't have anything else to use. So these are going to be a little bit tighter around your ears in order to keep you safe, but I think it's not too bad, especially if you don't wear them for a very long time. Of course, you do want an iron this time for the folds and your matching fabric, so anything you'd like to use, something sturdier, is definitely something I recommend, something that you can wash at higher temperatures in order to keep it neat and disinfected after every wash. So you see here I have a little bit sturdier fabric with these little tiny ribs on it, so I'm really hopeful it's going to be a really great result in the end. And you should also be able to wash it at higher temperatures. That way you can of course keep it disinfected after every wash, but it also won't look weird after you wash it. So just take something that can withstand that heat. Okay, so here are my measurements. So you see here the bands that I have. So the bands are 20 centimeters long, and then the fabric here is 20 times 34 centimeters. So you see here this one piece is all I'm going to need for today. So today we're not going to do any additional layers. That's why we're keeping it super simple. So this is in fact going to look like 2 layers. You can of course separate the halves and just do 20 times 17, but then 2 pieces, but you're just saving yourself from an extra stitch that you don't really have to do. So that's why I'm recommending it as well. You see here the back side is different from the front side, or you can really notice which one is which, but depending on your fabric, this might be a little bit different. All in all, if you know which one is which, you just need to take care of where which one is. But if it's all the same, then you don't have to worry about this. So anyway, let's get to it. So, okay, here we have our piece. And you see the front side or the outside section is looking towards me, so that's what we want for now. And if you want to do an inside layer, an extra layer, this is the time to just connect it to it. So that's all there is to it. Anyway, we do want to take our piece and we do want the longer side, which is the 34 centimeter side in my case. We do want to take that and just fold it in half this way. So basically pretty side on pretty side, and we do want to stitch along this side here. So that way we're going to get a little tunnel at first. Here is where our bands are going to go, our elastic bands on the inside as well. So we're just going to push them to the inside. You can also pin where your endings are just to keep everything in place. I do recommend doing that. That's the simplest way to keep it neat. So when you do that, you can just get back to the side and just stitch that up. When you start that, you can just continue on the 2 sides that are left over. So just do a continued stitch on there, or start from one corner somewhere on here and then just go all around with 1 stitch. Also, you do want to have a little opening left pretty much anywhere you like, so on either side, in order to be able to turn it inside out later. Okay, so here is our piece. You can see the stitching now. You can see that this is the inside, so that means that we're going to turn it inside out now. Okay, so here is our piece. You can see what it looks like for now. And you can see that I pinned the opening here. This is because I want to close that up as well. And I'm going to do an optional step too to keep everything even nicer. So we do want to align the very edges as nicely as possible to keep them flat, is what I mean. So just iron over them to achieve that. Okay, so now what we want to do is just fold this in half like this, and then again iron over it. Then you just want to have it in the middle so you see how it folds. And now we're going to take the top section and fold it to that midline like this. So you're making an extra wave or an extra fold on here, and that's exactly what we want. There, like that. The same we're of course going to do on the bottom side. So just align everything and then you can iron over it and pin. So I pinned this to keep everything in place, and now what we want to do is turn to the back side, and you can even measure to make sure it's all the same. So the 2/3 or the 3/3 should be the exact same length. So you should have a symmetrical result, which you can check, of course, and fix if it needs fixing. So you see here, now all we need to do when we did all of this folding is just stitch along this shortest side here, just a regular straight stitch. I do recommend just continuing that on the longest sides. This is what I meant when I said an extra optional stitch to keep everything straight and neat. Okay, so here is the mask, and when you open it up, so when you put it on your face basically, it's going to expand and make room for your nose and mouth and chin. So yeah, this is how you do it. This is the simplest way to do so. You can see the bottom stitch being really neat, keeping it all flat. You can do a little metal piece inside if you'd like to make it a little bit more complicated, but you don't really have to do that if you don't want to. So yeah, this is our mask. So I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, you can let me know by shooting a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to our channel if you'd like to stay updated with all of our projects and new videos. So I hope you found this useful. Masks are something we all have to think about now in these crazy times. So I'm just trying to make as simple masks as possible in order to make them accessible to everyone and even for all kinds of experience levels. So even if you're a beginner, you should be able to do something like this, which is exactly what I wanted to or tried to achieve in this video. So once again, thanks for watching DIY Ideas. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you found this useful. Feel free to stay tuned for our next video. And until then, I wish you a wonderful day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.